vacation. No, I'm not sick. No, I'm not hungover. No, I'm not unwell. Well, I'm always a little unwell, but I just don't have makeup on, and that's okay. Alright, today we are going to do a currently list. My last one went up to Patreon. I don't think I've done one since, so this one will go up on regular YouTube. Come chewing currently list. If you don't know what a currently list is, it is a list of, like, what are you reading, what are you watching, etc., etc. So I'll do some gum chewing and we'll go through the list. But first, you know the drill, you know the deal. Gonna take care of the channel. Channels are Tamagotchis. So if you're new here, welcome to my nonsense. If you're old here, welcome back, OGs. If you're new here, please consider hitting subscribe. And if you're old here, go double check, make sure you're subscribed, hit the like. If you like, leave a comment. It can be anything related to the video. It could just be a hello, a few emojis, whatever, as long as it's cool and respectful. Hit the notification bell. As always, I'll link my tip jars down yonder in the description box. No pressure whatsoever, but every dollar or two helps. It allows me to continue to make content. Also, you are invited to my Patreon. I know not everybody can come, but you can't say you weren't invited. Also, email is down below for promo, customs that are within my comfort zone, etc., etc. Let me take a quick drink of water. It is a stormy day, so you might hear some thunder. It might have already passed. It's actually really dreary and I'm loving it. Okay. What am I currently reading? I am finishing. I had checked out audiobook on Libby. If you don't have the Libby app, get the Libby app and get a library card. Can join the two, and you will be reading for free for the rest of your life. Well, unless they take libraries away. The Last Mrs. Parrish. The Last Mrs. Parrish. I'll look up the synopsis for you guys. It's kind of like a supposedly Frida McFadden ripped off this book. So I've never read a Frida McFadden, and I won't because of that, but if you enjoy her, no shame. It's The Last Mrs. Parrish by Liv Constantine. And the synopsis is: Amber Patterson is fed up. She's tired of being I can't read today. She's tired of being a nobody, a plain, invisible woman who blends into the background. She deserves more. A life of money and power, like the one blonde-haired, blue-eyed goddess Daphne Parrish takes for granted. To everyone in the exclusive town of Bishop's Harbor, Connecticut, Daphne, a socialite and philanthropist, and her real estate mogul husband, Jackson, what a stud, are a couple straight out of a fairy tale. Amber's envy could eat her alive if she didn't have a plan. Amber uses Daphne's compassion and caring to insinuate herself into the family's life. The first step in a meticulous scheme to undermine her. Before long, Amber is Daphne's closest confidant, traveling to Europe with the Parrishes and their lovely young daughters and growing closer to Jackson. But a skeleton from her past may undermine everything that Amber has worked towards. And if it's discovered, her well-laid plan may fall to pieces. With the shocking turns and dark secrets that will keep you guessing until the very end, is about a disease that makes you violent, so maybe it is sci-fi. They call it the violence, a strange epidemic that causes the infected to experience sudden bursts of animalistic rage, with no provocation and no memory of their crimes. While it tears the nation apart, one woman sees something unlikely in the chaos and opportunity. Chelsea Martin has been a prisoner in her own home for too long. Her controlling husband has manipulated her for years, cutting her off from all support. Her narcissistic mother is no help, and her teen daughter is realizing she might be falling into the same trap when her once adoring boyfriend shows a dark side. So trigger warnings, this is about, violence. But when the violence erupts, Chelsea creates a plan to liberate herself and her daughters once and for all. What follows is a shocking and thrilling journey as 3 generations of women navigate a world in which they are finally empowered to fight back. Somewhere along the journey from her magazine-ready Tampa home to the professional wrestling ring, Chelsea becomes her own liberator and an avatar of revenge and hope, and a new heroine for the world. So, it's pretty good so far. I just got to the part, I didn't read the synopsis, so I just got to the part where there's like wrestling involved, and I was like, wait, what? I need to set the book down for a minute. Wrestling? I didn't know. I'll get there. We had to do wrestling in high school, and I was good, and they would pair you right up with the boys. I was good. They shouldn't have taught me that. They shouldn't have taught me that. Okay. What am I playing? I don't play like video games. I don't play video games, but I would totally play a Sega Genesis. Or a Switch. I want a DS. I want the old DS's. There's the thunder. But I did go pick up some board games because we have none for like little kids, and my son's getting a little older, and I was like, you know what, let's just knock this out. We needed Trouble, we needed Sorry, So I went and picked up a couple of those. Trouble with the Pop-O-Matic, I don't remember them being as cheaply made as they are now, but they were also cheap to purchase too, so I don't know. I'll be playing those. What have I been watching? We've been watching Dark Matter and The Outsider. I read the book Dark Matter, so of course I'm like totally into the show, but even after reading the book, I still, when it comes to like multiverses and time travel type stuff, I do get lost. So even after reading the book, there's still moments where I'm like, wait, what? But that's on Apple TV, and then The Outsider is on HBO Max. And The Outsider is a Stephen King. Jason Bateman's in it, but don't let me like fool you like they fooled me. Jason Bateman is not in it throughout. Jason Bateman is in like episode 1, maybe 2. And it's about kind of like the violence. It's about it's not a disease though, it's like a monster that takes you over, kind of. But it is contagious too. And it's a Stephen King, I guess it's a Stephen King book, and I'm not a Stephen King fan. I know I've been saying that a lot lately, but so when it took on, and I didn't know going into it that it was going to be, I didn't know it was Stephen King, I didn't know it was going to have that like monster twist to it or anything, so I was like, well, let's just stick with it, and I'm glad I did, because it's pretty good. I'm almost done with it, and I'll talk about these shows again. I will bore you to tears once more when I do my what I've been watching video, because it's getting up there, and I have a few shows on my list that I want to watch, and some movies that I've been watching on YouTube too. What have I been trying? Trying to get used to. I started wearing my regular watch again, my silver watch, not my Apple Watch. So I've been trying to get used to not having my notifications like right on my wrist. you do is, my nose is about to start running. 6 or 7 eggs in like your NutriBullet or your blender, and then a couple spoonfuls of cottage cheese, salt and pepper, blend it up, and then your muffin tin, oil up your muffin tin, pour it into there about half full or 2/3 full, add some cheese, and if you like peppers, like red pepper or whatever, and then you set the muffin tin in another tin, and you pour a little water in the base of that like cookie sheet, so that will make the steam. It works. You put them in for 20 minutes, but I found that 20 minutes is too long, so it's been like a little bit of trial and error, and I think 18 minutes is good in my oven. I've also been doing, once a week we used to do tot casserole, which was just like a mushroom based ground beef with cream of mushroom or ground turkey. You put that in the bottom, and then tater tots, and then the last 5 minutes is cheese. But I was like, you can pretty much do this with any meat, and it's, for the most part, it's not gluten free depending on what you're using, but it's light gluten because it's not like bread or whatever. And you can also get gluten free tater tots. So like, now we'll do either that one, the OG one, or we'll do taco tater tots with just taco meat and salsa on the bottom, mixed, and then tots, and then your last 5 minutes is cheese. And then, or we did the sloppy Joe tots, and those are really good. And I almost made like a prison plate. It was like the I don't know why I call it prison. Anything where I grind Cheetos up on top, I just associate with like jail and prison. But the sloppy Joe tots, we ground up some, well, not ground up, just crunched some jalapeno cheddar Cheetos and threw those on the top. This is not health advice, but it was delicious. It was easy. It was delicious. My family loved it. Other than that, I've been eating pretty healthy. What have I been eating? So, the tot mess, the egg bites, salads, what have I been eating? I've been trying to go light on dinner, so I'll just eat like a Tiffany plate without even the chicken sausage, or just something really light for dinner. What have I been drinking? My same old. So, in the mornings I still cannot drink coffee. I don't know why, but I can all evening. So in the morning I make my matcha latte, and I make it with the Mean Girls creamer. I put Mean Girls creamer in there. Oh my god. Please let me know if you've tried this. Make your matcha latte and then use the Mean Girls creamer. And then in the evenings I do my coconut coffee. The coconut coffee is from Target. It's the Target, like Good and Gather coconut coffee. And then I get the coconut coffee mate creamer. Try that too. And I'm not even a coconut person. I like the smell of coconut, but I can't eat coconut. But that, try it. Calling. I have been calling nobody. But a bill collector called me the other day because I have to send in. They've sent me like 2 bills, and at first I was calling to try to not pay it while calling my doctor's office because it was supposed to be standard annual blood work. understand how this doesn't fall into. I guess you have to ask them, like, don't pull any extra blood for, I don't know, it's a mess. It's a mess. Now, all these doctors' offices everywhere have the signs up that say, don't even ask if you are in here for your annual. Don't ask about any issues that you are having or you will be charged. Like, what is happening here? What is happening? What have I been pinning? Capsule wardrobe stuff, because I'm working on my capsule wardrobes. Ish. Like, I pretty much got rid of everything in my closet because I wasn't wearing that stuff anyways. And started over. So now I'm trying to have, like, just enough of what I need for every season, and I already was an outfit repeater because I really wasn't wearing what I had in my closet. Well, I was wearing a few of those pieces and I kept those pieces, but I'm like, who bought this? This is all not me. This is all, I hate it. So, I've been pinning capsule wardrobes and healthy recipes. My husband got a nice Ninja blender for Father's Day. That's what he wanted for Father's Day, like one of the bigger Ninja. My mom had it. I went on vacation and my husband was like, that's nice. Like, what is that? And I was like, do you want that for Father's Day? He said, yeah. So I've been pinning a lot of smoothie recipes and he's been making the same smoothie every day, but whatever. It's a win. It's a win. We'll get there with the other recipes. What have I been posting? Nothing. I've been posting to YouTube, but other than that, I haven't been posting. I'll just share like funny memes once in a while, but what have I been doing? We've been working on our backyard. Because this year we got our hammock and our gazebo. So we've been out there like putting everything together and just taking better care of the backyard. Not better care, just kind of decorating it, I guess, so that we can spend more comfortable time out there. My toddler is out there all day, every day. If it's not raining, he's outside. What have we been doing? I mean, summer stuff, working, and then summer stuff, so we did kayaking about a week ago. A couple weeks ago we did some kayaking, and I wanted to go today, but it doesn't look like that's gonna happen. Chilling outside. My toddler's got his little, pool set up, so he just flops around in there literally all day long. And he's in the